Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about supply and demand. In my videos, I often like to share my thoughts and my analysis around the supply and demand methodology. And I'm sure there are questions about what is supply and demand, but also what is the concept behind it. And in today's video, we're actually going to go through it and describe it. If we were to describe it regarding in trading and everyday life, we all know it. It's simply for every buyer, there is a seller, and for every seller, there is a buyer. So in trading, we all know that institutions, the big money, they provide most of the liquidity, and the retail traders are really just a drop in the ocean. So here for demand, no more willing institutional sell orders. Buying orders exceed the sell orders, and price therefore moves up in price, like we have here. As for supply, there is no more willing institutional buy orders left. So sell orders exceed the buy orders and price will move up. It's simple supply and demand. It's everywhere around us. We see here in the charts, let's take here for example. We can start all the way back, but here's a great example. Why did price drop from here? It didn't, there's more sellers and buyers. If there was more buyers, price would move up like it did over here. There's more sellers, so price has to go down to find where there's more buyers for price to move back up. If we look left, this is structured in all our charts. As we can see, price here, it reacted off this demand. There's lots of institutional buying. Price shot up. Next time price came down, we think about it as the institutions didn't get all their buying orders done. They only got half of it, or we don't really know how many orders are left, but we can see price rallied up. It came down again, rallied up. Came down again, it went further in. Now they've got most of their orders fulfilled. It rallies up. Price came up into this supply zone. People were selling here. So we had a mark down. There's more sellers and buyers here. Simply again, we rallied up. Where did we rally up to? We rallied to another supply zone up in here where more sellers than buyers were. So people looked to sell up here and they looked to sell again and price came down. Why did price rally from here? It rallied up because there's more buy orders. If there was more sell orders, the price would go down. There is so much buying. There's, trillions of dollars that go into this move right here. We're looking at a monthly chart. This isn't me or this isn't me or retail traders making this move. These are institutions. Price moves up, comes up against a big stack of sell orders. Price moves down. We're coming into this demand zone. Again, where buying exceeds selling, so price moves up. We see this in everyday life. You want to go to Mexico, for example, an all-inclusive vacation, but you want to go during the busy time or during the Christmas holiday, the New Year's holidays, Easter or spring break. Those are like the busiest times of the year. That's when everybody wants to go. So they don't sell these vacations cheap. They might, they're going to be selling it for about, say, call it $2,000. You can go for $2,000, but if you go a week later when everybody else is at work and everybody's back in the workflow, or during the dead season during the summer, you can get those vacations for like $900. It's supply and demand. They wouldn't be listing these places for $900 going down to Mexico for an all-inclusive place during peak season, right? But you pay that extra dollar because you're going peak season and you want to get out of your cold weather or something like that. It's even for home. When you sell your home, you might have $1 million home and you go up and list it for 2 million or call it 1.5 million, but everyone around you is selling their home for 900,000. Why would they want to buy your $1.5 million home when they could go buy your neighbor's house for 900,000? You've got to drop it to where you find demand, right? And vice versa. If you're looking to buy in a hot market, you're going to have to pay a premium. You're going to have to pay more. And you see this in everyday life and on the charts here. It's just simple selling here. For anybody trading chart patterns, you're probably thinking, oh, head and shoulders or stuff like that. This is very clear head and shoulders. Price is going to come back down. I'm seeing this as a selling opportunity. There's lots of selling coming down, so I'll be looking for sells up in here. But that's basically just the premise of how supply and demand works. If you guys want to hear more about it, let me know. This is just a simple concept. Thank you.